More than 2 decades ago, I was happy to curate some of the earliest designer fashion shows for my country, India, as my pioneering event management company, Razzmatazz, set foot on Indian soil as one of the first registered companies in the country. This was the time of the global pageants where our Indian beauties were rocking the world. I still remember the Y2K show we had organized for the Sheraton group of hotels and the designer fashion weekend featuring top models from the glitzy ramps including Selina Jaitley, Koina Mitra and a very young ethnic designer fondly called Pepsi. We made the audience sit up to create a talk of the town show. But the highlight was not just the beautiful ladies who walked the ramp. That night, the 2 ethnic sequences dedicated to tribal India in a modern world showcased a riot of colors and design, each uniquely matched with artifacts and jewelry and highlighted with the large bindi or the vermilion dot on the foreheads of each model. What a beautiful sight that was. Young Pepsi made a point with his brilliance and quiet yet bold statements of the modern Indian woman. Looking at this quite peaceful young man, I could never imagine the maverick I saw at work. All felt that his was a unique talent and wished him all the best. Many years later, I inquired about this boy and was told that his real name was Sabyasachi Mukherjee and he was the most sought after fashion designer in the country. Sabyasachi, let me give a standing ovation to my own Pepsi. Till today, this Kolkata-based Indian fashion designer and couturier enjoys the cult followers, especially amongst brides-to-be. Indeed, a fitting story of a middle-class, simple Indian boy moving from zero to hero. Let us meet ace designer and celebrated brand creator Sabyasachi in this episode. Though many of his friends know him differently, Google offers this introduction. Sabyasachi Mukherjee is an Indian fashion designer. He led a very difficult life since his childhood years and fought his family in order to attain his dreams of becoming a fashion designer. He graduated from the NIFT, the National Institute of Fashion Technology, in 1999. Once he graduated from the institute, he opened his own small workshop, and starting there, his talent helped him climb the stairs of success very quickly. His first major career break happened in 2001 when he won the award for Femina British Council's Most Outstanding Young Designer of India and got a chance to do internship in London with the world's best fashion designers. In 2002 and 2003, he participated in several fashion shows across the world and ended up winning the Grand Winner Award at the New Asia Fashion Week in Singapore. Since 1999, he has been using his label Sabyasachi, which has been one of the most successful fashion houses, not only in India, but the entirety of South Asia. He also happens to be one of the topmost designers working in the film industry in India and has provided his services to films like Guzarish, Laga Chunari Mein Daag, and English Winglish. Sabyasachi Mukherjee was born on February 23, 1976 in Kolkata, India, to middle-class conservative Brahmin parents. His mother, Sandhya Mukherjee, was a government employee who worked in handicrafts and taught in a government art college. His father, Sukumar Mukherjee, was a short-tempered man, and after he lost his job, he turned his frustrations on his kids. Sabyasachi was 15 years old then and was very interested in arts ever since he was a kid, owing to his mother and the fact that Kolkata had always been known as the cultural capital of India, which had a great impact on his psyche. Sabyasachi grew up in the family with a younger sister who was born 7 years after him. The family went into deep financial distress when the father lost his job, and hence he compelled Sabyasachi to study hard to land a decent government job. But he had different plans altogether and wanted to pursue fashion designing. Once he finished his 12th grade, Sabyasachi applied to the National Institute of Fashion Technology to study in its Kolkata center. When his family refused to pay for his entry form, Sabyasachi took it upon himself and sold off all his old books. He studied hard to pass the entrance exam and graduated from the institute with flying colors in 1999. Upon graduating from the institute, Sabyasachi started his self-titled label in a small shop in Kolkata and hired 2 other designers to be his colleagues. But he was still very far from his career's first major break, which came 2 years later. In 2001, he participated in the Femina British Council's annual competition and won an award as Outstanding Young Designer from India. This further led him to gain a great appreciation in India and international fashion world. Following his award win, he was selected for an internship with Georgia van Esdorf, one of the most renowned designers in the international fashion circuit. Following the internship, which went on for a few months, Sabyasachi came back to India and started working with India's leading fashion brands as a designer. In 2002, he debuted in Indian mainstream fashion world with India Fashion Week, where he presented some of his designs that received a strong critical reaction. The best models in the event wore his designer dresses, and it was a strong mainstream beginning for Sabyasachi. It was also another major step in the direction of becoming one of the most successful celebrity fashion designers of India. By the year 2003, his talent was already making waves internationally as he made his runaway debut in Singapore during the Mercedes-Benz New Asia Fashion Week. By the time the event culminated, he was named the recipient of the Grand Winner Award, which further contributed in him getting more offers from the international fashion brands. Furthermore, he got the chance to work alongside maverick designers such as Jean-Paul Gaultier. During the Lakme Fashion Week 2003, he introduced a new design, Cora, which received a thunderous response from the national and international fashion critiques. In 2004, Sabyasachi experimented and mixed the traditional Indian attire with bohemian fashion and named the line the Frog Princess. He introduced the designs in Miami and Kuala Lumpur Fashion Weeks. One of his stores in London was further named by Vogue as the best shopping destination in the world, which established Sabyasachi there as well, which was yet another major feat. In 2005, he went a few steps ahead with experimentations, and during his spring-summer collection for the year, he introduced the Nair sisters. The collection features some hand-block printing, bagru, and embroideries, and the intricate use of cotton and hand-woven fabrics became its signature. The collection was showcased at Browns and Selfridges stores in London and got sold within a few days of getting showcased. Later in the same year, he was requested to present his designs at the Oxford University's Black Tie Charity Dinner, which happens to be a yearly event. The New York Fashion Week 2006 further turned out to be a major feather in his hat as his label Sabyasachi finally started selling worldwide. To make the collections unique from other designers, Sabyasachi went bold with his choice of colors and designs. For the maximum impact, he used the glamour and folklore in an effective way and mixed them with the paintings of the 17th and 18th centuries Europe to enhance the artistic credibility. In the same year, he became the first Indian designer to feature his collections in all the three major fashion weeks in the world: New York, Milan, and London. Sabyasachi gave the rich Indian culture and traditions credit as one of the major reasons for his international success. He emphasized on the point that most young Indian designers copy the West in their designs, and that is one of the reasons for their unoriginality that keeps them away from attaining international fame. In 2012, Sabyasachi's collections closed the PCJ Delhi Couture Week held in the national capital of India. There he showcased his new collection called New Moon, which featured 5 different world cities as its theme. The cities that he based his collections were Berlin, Kolkata of the British Raj, Paris, Barcelona, and New York. The former Bollywood diva Sridevi was the showstopper for the show and showcased the sari designed by him. In 2008, Sabyasachi collaborated with Gaja brand and introduced a jewelry line, and the collection was further showcased in the Vogue Wedding Show 2016 and garnered major critical acclaim. At the 2015 Amazon India Couture Week, Sabyasachi collaborated with a French designer to present a collection of footwear which had the trademark Sabyasachi embroidered on them. Apart from being one of the well-known designers in the national international fashion weeks, Sabyasachi has dominated the Indian film industry as well for many years. Over the years that he has been active, he has designed costumes for films such as Guzarish, Black, and Laga Chunari Mein Daag. For his work on Sanjay Leela Bansali's 2005 film Black, he won the National Award for Best Costume Designer. Sabyasachi Mukherjee presently lives in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and has stores in all the major cities of the country. What are our learnings from Pepsi's life? Passion and out-of-the-box creativity is infectious. When one thinks of Sabyasachi, what one remembers is the sari and the lehenga. That is how the two of them have been connected for several years in Indian fashion. Sabyasachi's creative vision had soared to great heights while staying rooted in the inherent glamour and tradition that India has to offer in fashion. His designs are considered as designs of past, present, and future, and that's what makes him a leading contemporary designer.
Sabyasachi has described his style as the personalized imperfections of the human hand. He draws his ideas from his surroundings and childhood. Kolkata's imprints and backdrops have left a never-changing impact on his mind that is visible in all the designs and creations. Even if it is gypsies, deserts, and antiques, use of fabrics, textiles, and embroideries, everything gets woven in a beautiful sari. His trademark is different patchwork of designs on vibrant colors. A unique blend of colors and fabrics gives his design a unique twist to it. One cannot normally think of putting 4 different shades in 4 different sections of a sari with a different design. But the final product by Sabyasachi is really amazing and perfect, as well as finally customers get compelled to think that yes, it is possible and achievable.
Today he is a name to reckon with. Sabyasachi Mukherjee is one of the associate designer members of Fashion Design Council of India and the youngest board member of the National Museum of Indian Cinema.
Despite his not so favorable environment, Sabyasachi took this disadvantage in his favor and has risen like a beacon in his chosen field. I would describe this simple Indian boy with bohemian expressions as a maverick who has his colorful designs to counter his plain and staid countenance and his simple life. Kudos, Pepsi. Take a bow.
If you like the content of this video, do like and subscribe to my channel Meet Meenamma. Don't forget to click the bell icon for regular updates. Also do comment and interact with Meenamma. I would love your opinions. Meenamma looks forward to meeting you again in the next video and episode. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, have a great life and make a difference. Meenamma, oi, 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 Meenamma.